Hey everyone, this is DJ Waldo of Waldow Social, and I'm joined today by a very, very special guest, a good friend of mine, co-author of No Bullshit Social Media. Oh yeah, where is he? Where is he?
Me?
Co-author of No Bullshit Social Media, and also co-author of The Rebel's Guide to Email Marketing, which he co-authored with me. Jason, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Couldn't be better. Living in my new house in San Jose, and lawnmower in the background, all that good stuff. So
it's been a long time since we've had to edit a Word document together.
Isn't that fun? Aren't you so glad that's done?
It is. It's nice to be finished.
Yeah. So Jason's talking about during the editing process for our book, it's like this crazy, Word document track with changes, and it's literally like eye-searing. I mean, it will drive you insane with 10 different people editing. So we're done with that process. But Jason, I wanted to chat with you for a few minutes. Obviously, you've got an event coming up next month in August, Explore Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to just, if you could share with people first, what are these Explore events all about? What are they?
Sure. So Explore, the concept is, I saw what I thought was, and I think the attendance and the interest in these events is proving my theory to be correct, a gap in the marketplace. There's these big social media conferences that have a very broad focus, and you have a mix of some marketers and brands that come to them, but for the most part it's bloggers and individual people trying to figure out how to monetize social media and have cottage industries, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different kind of a hodgepodge of people. And so your blog worlds and your South by Southwests and whatnot, although certainly that you could say that there's lots of benefits for brands there too. But they're these big, massive 3-4 day events, lots of parties, lots of networking, and then you've got these little one-day workshops and whatnot that are really built more for the 101 crowd. But there didn't seem to be a whole lot in between. And I'll certainly tip a cap to Jason Keith at Social Fresh for also trying to fill that void, and the folks that do Inbound Marketing Summit, I think, also try to fill that void as well. But you're looking at basically a couple of events that are serving the entire country, and maybe even the entire North American continent. And so I thought there's room here for something else that looks at digital marketing and social media marketing from a 300, 400 level view up, focuses on strategy, on measurement, and I wanted to do something that would bring the marketing decision maker, whether that's the business owner or the CMO or the vice president, bring those folks to the table to sort of nurture their thinking along the lines of how to incorporate social, digital, email, so on and so forth. And so that's kind of where the idea came from.
Thanks for bringing email into that piece too. I noticed you just kind of slid it under there as well. That was nice.
I figured I didn't. So, but yeah, it's really just trying to give the marketing decision maker the opportunity to learn from experts in the field. We have a very sort of a slant in terms of the content that we have there, focused on analytics, on measurement, on research. Edison Research, Tom Webster, a real good friend of mine and a partner of mine in the Social Habit Project, obviously, is one of our sort of routine speakers, because we want to bring real market research, information to the table for people too. So just try to take a sophisticated look at it. That's all.
Yeah, and I'd say too, for those of you who have never heard Tom Webster speak, also a good friend of mine, he's probably one of the best speakers I've ever heard. He's got this unique ability to bring in humor, but also humor and wit, really, but also the content is just so solid. I look to him to as I hone my speaking skills, so he's great. And I know, Jason, you've had several of these events before in different cities. I know you're planning on future events too. You've kind of addressed one of my second questions about who should attend, what type of audience you're looking for. Well, where could they go to register for this Minnesota, Minneapolis event? I know it's not too late for that. And then also for future events, where could they sign up to get more information?
Well, the main website where we keep all the information about the events is gotoexplore.co. So just GOTO explore.co.
And I'll also put that down below here too, so people can
that'd be
see
cool.
it. Okay.
And so you can register there. You can see the speakers for Minneapolis. You can actually click through and see the actual topics, the descriptions of their talks. So the people who are either in and around the Minneapolis area, we got a lot of people traveling in. We've got some people coming in from the Midwest. coming up from the south to this event. We do get a little bit of not just regional but sort of national attendees, which is kind of fun. But we try to take the event, geographically a little bit, around the country. We're going to be in Irvine or Costa Mesa, California. We're going to be in the OC in Orange
Nice.
County. And the folks there have said you need to call it Explore OC, not Costa Mesa or Irvine, because we want everybody in the OC to be coming. So it will be Explore Orange County. That will be October, I think it's 18th and 19th. It's a Thursday and a Friday. We will probably be announcing ticket sales will be open for that the first week of August. So stay tuned for that. And we've got some special announcements on who the speakers are going to be. So we're looking forward. It's going to be some fun.
Teasers.
Yeah, we'll tease you there. And then we're doing Portland, Oregon, too. So we will be in the Pacific Northwest November 15th and 16th. I do have confirmation on one of the speakers there, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. So we've got another teaser. We've got some good speakers coming to the table for both of those events. Minneapolis is August 16th and 17th, Thursday and Friday as well. We've got a couple weeks left for ticket sales. The tickets have already, the early bird price has expired, but I'll just tell you guys now, if you use I Know DJ as the coupon code, you'll get the early bird price. So I'll make sure.
Do they actually have to know me in order to use that, or could they just? Okay.
If you watch this video, and DJ, you can put it in the blog post too. I don't care.
Sure.
I'm going to put myself a note here. KNOW DJ is going to be a code that'll get you the early bird price. The total price is $450. The early bird price is $250. So you're going to save $200.
Yeah, that's that's nothing. That's a couple cases of beer. Good beer.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, there's a cocktail party where your drinks are covered as part of the event on Thursday night, and then on Friday we got your breakfast and lunch as well. And so and plus you get a ton of great learning. Jay Bear is going to be our opening keynote. Our fireside chat, which is sort of my opportunity to interview someone of note in Minneapolis, is going to be with Bob Hoffman, who is also known as the Ad Contrarian. Is very cynical and contrarian, if you will, about social media marketing in general and social media marketers.
And Jason, you kind of run those, I don't know how many sports people are listening right now, but you run those kind of like, what's the guy's name? Roy Firestone? Remember Roy Firestone from back in the day? Did he used to sit like on those two couches? And I always just pictured this flame of, right? You remember that guy? Like back in the maybe 90s or something?
It's kind of my, my sort of version of I'm forgetting the guy, Charlie Rose. It's kind of a 60-minute style interview. But then we also turn around and let the crowd ask questions too. But Bob is Bob and I go back. We served on a panel a few years ago, and he kind of called me out about social media being bullshit at the time, and just infuriated me to no end. But he had really solid arguments, and so I've admired him because he makes me think, and so I wanted to bring him to the table to the audience because I think he's going to make them think too. So plus Tom Webster, DJ will be there. Tamsin McMahon, Nicole Kelly. We've got the whole roster of really smart folks that we try to bring to the table. So that event's going to be fun. A lot of those same faces will be in the Orange County and in Portland as well. So
I will say one of the things I really love about your events is that you do bring in just high quality speakers. I mean, people that know their stuff. Probably you tend to bring in the best people in their discipline come and speak at Explore. So
that's the goal.
Yeah.
I think there's obviously lots of smart people that don't get to speak at Explore just because we don't have enough room for all the smart people. But we try to find if you want to know something about market research as it pertains to social media, Tom is going to be the top name on a lot of lists, so he's there. And what we shoot for. Well,
so of course, Jason, we said before this call we're going to try to keep it to 3 minutes, which I think we're close to 3 minutes at this point, right? Like 3 times 3 is still a multiple of 3. But I want to close out with a couple rapid fire. This is almost, what's that other show called? P2P. Those two guys on ESPN, they go back and forth. PTI. PTI, yeah. Thank you. This is going to be PTI. You've got 10 to 15 seconds to answer each question. We talked about drinking before. Number 1 question is, what is your bourbon of choice and why?
Elijah Craig 18 year because it was my dad's bourbon, and I love it. It's yummy.
Why the Pirates?
Because my dad lived in Pittsburgh when I was growing up, and when I would go to visit him in the summertime, we went to Pirates games.
What's your Twitter strategy?
Share good shit.
Where can folks find you?
At Jason Falls on Twitter or socialmediaexplorer.com.
There you go. Thanks, Jason, so much. See you in Minneapolis.